Technique Tuesday. I'm gonna give you guys a technique. Say technique.
Technique.
All right. So what worked for me yesterday, something that I actually have been getting a lot from my second leader, honestly, just like watching from a distance, is I learned how to simplify my pitch. Say simplify.
Simplify.
Remember yesterday we played taboo, right? And we had to find other words. We had to figure out ways to get across what we were trying to get the other person to guess, right? It's the same thing with our pitch, right? So what does it mean to simplify your pitch, right? It means the ability to get anyone to understand our short story. Simple enough. Get anyone, right? Doesn't matter if they speak another language, doesn't matter how old they are or how young they are, just getting them to understand. Say
understand.
Right? Now, why do you want to do that? Why do you want to, simplify it? Why do you want to get anyone to understand? One, the reason why you want to simplify your pitch, if I really want to write this down. One, it builds trust with the customer, right? No one likes to be impulsed and then be confused after they were impulsed. Okay? Relating, it'll get you to get the bill, right? People will do whatever you want if they like you. If your impulse is high enough, if you're using the greed factor, you're using your feature and benefits, people will do the sale, but if they don't understand it, what happens? After you leave, they'll cancel, right? You'll have a bad approval rating, which means you aren't keeping the money in your pocket. So you want to build trust with the customer. And two, no one likes to feel like they're being talked in a circle. That's what scam artists do, right? Anytime you think of someone trying to get over on you, Shane used to say it all the time, they're double talking you. Saying a whole bunch of nothing, in other words, right? A whole bunch of fancy words, not really saying what it is, right? Two, you want to remember that a lot of people aren't educated in this field the way we are. A lot of people aren't educated in this field like we are. So before you came to this industry, you probably weren't saying the things we're talking about, COPD, carbon emissions, transmission, the power plant. We weren't talking like that before we got here. So remember, when we're going to the doors, they don't understand either. They're a new FR, basically, right? So we got to simplify. Say simplify.
Simplify.
Two, you get more bills. If you're able to get a point across to everyone, you're just naturally going to get, your LOA and bills are going to go up. We talk about LOA and doors. Are we tracking how many bills we're getting a day? How many bills we're touching?
Come on, kid.
Right? Simplify. Say simplify.
Simplify.
Number three. This is my favorite. It safeguards your attitude, and I'm going to tell you how, right? I used to get some days I still do get really, really flustered when I feel like I'm not getting the results I want, or people they're not hearing me, right? Customers ain't listening. I'm telling them I need to do this, customers ain't listening. No, the fact of the matter is, I'm not paying attention to how I'm communicating. If I maybe dumb it down, simplify it, make it real easy and seamless, right? I probably would have gotten better results, but I'm making this whole big complicated pitch, right? We gotta dumb it down. We gotta simplify. Say simplify.
Simplify.
You won't take things so personal when they keep asking you questions, right? Don't you get frustrated when you explain your pitch and then your customer be like, wait, what? So you need to do what? And then you get fucked. Wow, how many times I gotta say it? You probably only had to say it twice if you simplify. Say simplify.
Simplify.
Right? So I'm gonna teach you how to simplify your pitch. Right? I'm gonna break it down into 5 points. It's very, very easy. Right? So we know we have our intro, we know we have our problem qualified solution. I'm gonna teach you how to put all of that into 5 short steps. If you were here for at least 8 months, 6 months to a year, you probably already know this. But Camille, this is for you. Ian, this is for you. Carl, I'll speak, might need to be for you. Right? 5 ways. It starts, let me write it down. Real simple. Say it.
Who? Why? What? How? Call. Close.
Who, why, what, how, close. Simplify, right? Hey, I'm Lakia from Empower. I'm here because the area was flagged for extremely high carbon, causes a lot of respiratory issues and a lot of people are getting sick. We got to prove to get 100% renewable energy though to bring down those carbon levels. All I need to do is verify if you're receiving 100% renewable, just like I did with some of your neighbors. It'll tell you at the bottom of any old and new PSE&G bill. Grab your bill, I'll look right here.
Easy.
Say simplify.
Simplify.
We gotta make it make sense. And I use this technique a lot when people are rushing. Sometimes if I have to repeat it, I might throw in another qualifying question, because you do want to use qualifying questions to gauge the customer. I'm not changing the structure. I just simplified it. Okay? This was what we used to use way back in the day. Sometimes you gotta go back, right? So, again, when you're in the field, the easiest way to get people to communicate is just to remember this. And the good thing about these 5 points is that when someone asks you a question, the question always corresponds to one of these 4 departments. Either it's a who question, it's a why question, it's a what question, or a how question. For example, Ian, let's say you pitch me, and I say, so, I ask you a question, right? So you gotta come in and read the meters. Oh, but the meters, or if I say something to you like, but the meters are in the basement. What department does that fall in?
I would say, what? Like,
No. Anyone else want to give it a guess? Brandon?
I would say how.
It's the how. That's a how question. So what do? A lot of times when we're new, they're asking us a how question, but we start back up at who and lose the whole impulse. Pick it right back up from how. No, ma'am, like I said, I don't need to come inside. It'll tell you if you're receiving the renewable at the bottom of your PSC&G bill. Grab your bill, I'll wait right here.
Juice.
Get what I'm saying? Simplify. If I ask you, if Rebecca, you pitch me and I say, oh, so you're with PSC&G?
No, ma'am, I do not work for PSNG. I work with Empower.
Right, that's a who question. That's the only time you should be starting back up at the top. Is when they ask you a who question. If they ask you, so wait, why did they send you out? Again, ma'am, they sent me out because the area was flagged for high CO2, blah, 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 blah. Question?
Yes, I just want to be sure. So when we're answering the questions, say it's a who question, I always go to the who and then directly to the close. I don't go back through all the steps again, correct?
You can. It depends on the urgency of the customer. Typically, I do, but I kiss it. So I'll be like, yeah, no, ma'am. I said like I'm here from Empower. The area was flagged for high carbon, so I'm just checking to see if you got the renewable energy that the area was approved for. Like I said, it'll tell you when your bill grab it. So that's the kissed version. But so sometimes I'll run through it if the customer is in a rush, which most people have been because they've been working from home. Then no, I'll be like, no, ma'am. Like I said, I'm here from Empower. I just need to verify, and then I'll go right back down to the close. But you always want to close. After every question you answer, you always want to close. So Al-Tariq, if I say, you said you needed a bill, what department, what question do you think that falls in?
what?
Yes, 1 clap, 3. You get it. If I say, oh, so you said you needed a bill? Yeah, I just need to verify. Pick it right back up from what you got to do, what you're here to do. I just need to verify. It'll tell you on any old or new bill. Grab the bill, I'll wait right here.
Dude.
Just simplify. Say simplify.
Simplify.
Any comments, questions, or feedback?
Yo, that was fire. I got feedback. That was fire because it simplifies it, and I like it's very direct. Because a lot of times people go on tangents, or just nervousness, so you find yourself over-explaining or overcooking it. But if you just direct it to who, why, what, how, and close, that's fire.
Juice. 1 clap for Brandon.